I just audited Garyvee's TikTok channel. Now, here's the thing. Garyvee is the OG when it comes to marketers ruining everything, meaning that no matter how new or how novel the platform is, he finds a way to get in there and get people to engage and actually buy stuff from him or his clients. Now, one of his key philosophies is document, don't create. And that means you don't have to sit down there and plan and obsess about what you're gonna say to the camera. It's about getting a professional team to work with you and edit and do everything for you short of actually getting in front of the camera. So if you haven't yet, go check out Garyvee's TikTok channel. He has 14.1 million followers and he's got that blue check, obviously. And when he does anything on social media, everybody pays attention. Let's have a look at some of the data. Now, we've looked at his last 60 posts and we looked at the bottom 5 performing videos, and we found that on average, he's getting 57,983 views and 2,081 likes per video. That's not bad, but when you compare it to the average of the top 5 within those 60 posts, then we got a huge difference here, because in the top 5, we've got 4,636,800 views and the likes are 289,660. Now, this ratio is what's always interesting to me, because check this out. On average, it's gonna take 27.9 people in the lowest performers to view the video and then hit like, whereas in the top 5 performers, it'll take 15.5%. That indicates a much higher satisfaction rate. And it shows that no matter how much you try to clickbait people, if that satisfaction rate is not in there, then it's just not gonna get shared and the algorithm is not gonna bless your video by showing it to more people. Now, let's look at the very lowest performing video with 49,000 views, 1,738 likes. The title is Hiring Social Media Creative Talent Like Crazy. And the hook is,
what's up everybody, VaynerX, Veefriends, Vaynermedia.
It's just kind of an update. He's just saying this is what's going on. We're doing this thing. He's straight to camera on his phone and it was cropped. That means the title's on top and he's moving around in his car. I don't think there's anything wrong with this, but this was just information that is only relevant to people who are specifically looking for information about Garyvee. I think that the content curator should have picked something that had a more emotional hook instead of just kind of like a general update. It's kind of like a little post on a bulletin board and what's happening. You know, even though those can go out there, it's not the kind of thing that's going to get the most interest compared to other posts. So let's look at the next one, which had 52,700 views, 1,633 likes. This was interesting. He was using this feature inside of TikTok called Stitch, and it's called Uncle Joe Knows. And it's going to start with,
happiness is something you create in your mind.
So what he's doing is looking at another clip that someone posted on TikTok, and then he puts his own commentary on it. So he's trying this commentary thing and he's putting his own spin on philosophy about life. He picked this other video that kind of went semi-viral and he was trying to blend that with his own commentary. And if this is you, then I think that if you are gonna ride on the coattails of some viral trend, then make sure that it's something that's actually gonna elevate your brand. And if that brand is bigger than yours, then do that. But in Garyvee's case, I believe that this mini viral video was much lower as far as brand equity and recognition goes. Therefore, it probably did him a disservice, and it would have been better if he just came straight out talking to the camera instead of using this semi-viral video as the opener hook. Now, the third worst performing video had 55,200 views and 2,442 likes. The title is IDGAF, which you know what that means. And again, he's using the same feature, which is called Stitch. The hook is,
woke up this morning, I didn't give a fuck.
same thing. I think that the content was okay, but it should have opened with him. People watch Garyvee because of Garyvee, not because of a random viral trend that he's trying to stitch together with his own spin on it. Let's jump to the top performers. I'm only gonna do the bottom 3 and the top 3 right now because I wanna make sure that you really just focus in on getting started instead of just getting buried in this data. Pick 1 or 2 things from here that you can use and then go shoot your own freaking videos. All right, guys, here we are in the green zone. We're gonna look at the 3rd highest performing video that Garyvee put out at 4.6 million views, 547,900 likes. Right here, it says, promise me you'll look for the good.
Pleasure. It's a pleasure. So earlier this year, this is a hard year for me. You know, I didn't have I chose life.
he was at an event and this man comes up to him and was having a hard time, and Garyvee just leaned in and gave him some personal advice. Now here's the thing, every time he does this, and he knows this because he's a smart guy, he is mic'd up, he's got a mic hooked up right here, and he knows that whatever he's saying to that one person in this private moment is also going to get broadcast to the whole world. So when he says that, he chooses the words that are going to help that man in the moment, but not only that, help us feel like we're getting a sneak peek into a very personal, private conversation and learning something that's kind of like a secret. And that's really some of his best content, is those kind of clips. Now we're going to look at the second highest performing video at 5,300,000 views, 415,000 likes. And the title is Fuck Their Opinions. Enough.
How do we eliminate that outside noise?
By not fucking caring about other people's opinions.
Here's the thing, Garyvee's best content is not when he's facing the camera. It's when people capture him doing his thing, working his magic. That is his best performing content, and never ever forget that. It's document, don't create. Stop trying to create everything yourself. Get professionals to help you, so that all you have to do is continue your coaching calls, your sales conversations, turn that into these engaging moments with no extra time on your hands. That is what needs to happen. Now, this is Gary Vaynerchuck's highest performing video among the 60 most recent posts that he made on TikTok at 8,884,000 views, 86,000 likes. And it says, if you can't prove this, I'll STF you.
Definitely never gonna tell anybody how to parent their kids. Everyone's got their own shit. There's a lot of parents that are scared to say fuck.
Now, it's an opening statement that's controversial, especially with parents. Now remember, we recently did Alex Hormozy's audit, we did Dan Martell's audit, and the top performing video for both of them, and again with Garyvee, it follows a pattern. It's about family. He's talking about parenting here, and the other two were talking about family, about marriage. And when you touch that nerve, everybody has strong beliefs about it, and whatever your stance is, there's always going to be somebody else who doesn't agree. And because he has a strong opinion on it, everybody else with a strong opinion on it is going to view it, is going to share it, is going to comment. The content curator in this case did a really great job of finding that moment, that exact cut. Their ears perk up, they listen, and then they just can't help themselves but get in there as keyboard warriors. If there's one thing you take away from this, it's this: you have to get yourself out of the mode of thinking, I need to create content, it's so much work. Instead, hire somebody so that every time you have a meeting, every time you have an engagement, it's being recorded and it's being passed on to a team, it's being passed on to somebody who knows what the heck to do with it to create all this content. Imagine if you could do this with no extra time. That's exactly what Garyvee is doing. Toward the beginning, he was doing everything himself, but as quickly as he could afford it, he hired a team to take care of for him. Now, if there's one thing I want to accomplish by creating these audit videos, is to give you some data and also some confidence, so that if you haven't started yet, you get started right now. And if you've already gotten started, just take one tip so that you can make your videos just 1% better and keep going on with that. So I hope that this was interesting to you. Comment down below, who do you want me to audit next? That's it for now, and I'll see you next time.